Hey guys, welcome back to another Queen Form video. In today's video, we're talking about how T-Mobile is a lot faster than Verizon and at&t, and they basically beat them in every metric. So let's get into it, guys. This is by 9to5Mac. Sorry if you hear a lot of wind noise. It's really hot and humid here in North Carolina, so I have two fans running in the office just because it's really hot. So let's get into it, guys, and see what this study has to do. So it's, of course, in this article, it's T-Mobile, at&t, Verizon, and then Ookla, which is a speedtest.net that everybody uses. It's really nice. So let's get into it. It says Ookla has published its Q1 2023 report for U.S. Mobile internet speeds. T-Mobile continues its lead, and it has for a long time, a couple of years now. T-Mobile, I'll say my final thoughts on T-Mobile at the end of this article, so stick tuned from there. But it has basically led the competition in faster download speeds than both Verizon and at&t. at&t definitely being last and Verizon being in second. And it, like I said, it just, nobody really needs these really high speeds. But I do see, T-Mobile is going more into home internet. Like I said, I'll give you my honest thoughts in a little bit. So it says plus the best consistency, lowest latency, and more. Here's how the numbers compare. So it says Ookla creators of the popular speed test shared its report for U.S. mobile and broadband internet performance in Q1 2023. So let's get into it. T-Mobile continues to outperform the competition for mobile service with a median download speed over 2x faster than Verizon and at&t. Wow. The carrier also won most every other metric Ookla measured, and the results closely mirror that OpenSignal found recently. So, of course, OpenSignal is another kind of company that shows like coverage and speeds and stuff like that. So, but of course, the more popular one is Ookla or speedtest.net or .com, one of those. U.S. mobile speeds for Q1 2023. So remember, this is Q1. So this is the median download speed for T-Mobile came in at 164.76 megabits per second for Q1. Verizon and at&t came in with more than 2 times slower median download speeds at 72.61 and 66.16 megabits per second. Of course, download respectively. So as you can see, here's the graph, and you can definitely tell T-Mobile just bombed through everybody. So yeah, it's double the speeds basically. So for median upload speeds, the major US carriers were within about 5 megabits per second, with T-Mobile leading at 12.6. Wow. So as you can see, like I said, at&t, they're last, Verizon second, and then T-Mobile just crushing it with 12.16. Now, of course, this is not saying you will always get this speed. This is saying that, this is the average, guys. So bear with me. So says for latency, T-Mobile just beat out Verizon with a 54 millisecond, I believe it is, latency millisecond. So T-Mobile, of course, was 54. Verizon, of course, the lower the number, the better. So you're like, wow, why is this here? The lower the latency, the better. So 54. Verizon is 58 and at&t was 63. So remember, for gaming and stuff like that, you want the lower latency, that number to be as close to like 0 or 1 or whatever it is. I think it's 1. Just because less latency, less lag, and everything like that. So this is important for gaming and like just overall speeds and stuff like that too. For consistency, T-Mobile scored an 86.1%. Here's how Ookla described this metric. It says, in measuring the consistency of each operator's performance, we found that T-Mobile had the highest consistency in the U.S. during Q2 2023, with 86.1% of results showing at least 5 megabits per second download and 1 up. Verizon Wireless and at&t followed at 81.5% and 79.2% respectively. Whoa. So as you can see, there's a consistency. Of course, T-Mobile will just, like I said, outdid everybody. And for 5G median and download speeds, T-Mobile also remained far ahead of Verizon and at&t at 220 megabits per second down. So these first ones were for 4G, I guess, and then we're talking about 5G, which everybody wants. I mean, you can just see at&t's dead last. 86 for 5G is really slow. Like I said, I'm currently using at&t right now, and you can definitely tell it's a lot slower than Verizon, which I had before as well. And like I said, I try every carrier. T-Mobile is the only one I don't, just because here in North Carolina, it's a little rural and T-Mobile doesn't get the best coverage. So that's the thing with that. But overall, like I said, 5G speeds, definitely T-Mobile outshines everybody. It says, check out the closer look of how the major blah, blah, blah. But that's about it. So my final thought on this, like I said, it's a short video. T-Mobile, definitely, like I said, I've tried T-Mobile before, guys. Their speeds are phenomenal. But remember, you have to be in a big city. T-Mobile is only good where the coverage is good. If you go out into rural America, that's where you can see definitely T-Mobile get destroyed. Where Verizon and at&t will have coverage and you can make calls on it and get speeds. Versus on T-Mobile, you might have 0 bars or slower speeds because there will not be any 5G coverage there. So in areas, like I said, in big cities, if you live in a big city, T-Mobile is the way to go. But if you travel a lot, usually the best coverage, of course, could be Verizon, and in second place is at&t. So that's where they do outshine T-Mobile. Like I said, in this article, they don't really talk about coverage. They talk about more speeds. So definitely, if you're in the city and you have T-Mobile and you have really good coverage or a lot of T-Mobile towers in your area, you will definitely outpace, should I say, Verizon and at&t. So that's my thing. And like I said, as well, you gotta remember, T-Mobile also does the home internet. So of course they need faster speeds because home internet takes so much bandwidth. And like I said, personally, like I said, I'm not advertising for T-Mobile, but like I said, my mom and mother-in-law both have the home internet through T-Mobile, and they do get pretty speeds, about 250 to about 300 average. Sometimes they'll dip down to 100 in busy times, but still, that's plenty fast for gaming and running, 20 devices or whatever it is. So pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, T-Mobile's and like I said, T-Mobile does have a lot of good offers. They have a lot of switcher, and it's the uncarrier, so they have a lot of promotions where if you switch over to them, you can get a free phone. You can even try out T-Mobile, I believe, for 15 days or maybe a month. They must have bumped it up. I'm not too sure. I can't remember right now. But overall, it is pretty good. Let's see what some of the comments say real quick before we end this video. So it says speed of 1 gigabit or terabyte does not matter if APM protocol is not set. A tiger is faster than a horse, but I wouldn't keep one as a pet. What? It says T-Mobile is faster. Why? Because each and every video file on social media or WhatsApp or Messenger, they heavily throttle. That is true. They do throttle quite a bit. They use big level network traffic tricks and speed tests, and other sites are priorities so people can enjoy this BS. Also, Verizon and at&t is the same. Nothing is better in the United States, and that is true. Like I said, this guy's talking about, T-Mobile does I think limit speeds to 480 or video streaming, I believe, at least for the basic stuff, where like I said, Verizon and T-Mobile will get the best coverage. Oh, here's a North Carolina guy. So it says I'll switch once T-Mobile has more than 3G coverage or even coverage at all when driving through the mountains in North Carolina. Like I said, I live in North Carolina, where I have either 5G or LTE through Verizon. When I have non-roaming coverage when visiting my home state, it lets me connect to ultra wideband when the NFL game. I'm sure it's great if it provides the coverage you need. And like I said, that's what I was talking about. If there's good coverage, it will be really good. But in areas that rural, it's not so good. So that's just my 2 cents. So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you have T-Mobile? Are they good? Are you in a big city, or are you in rural America, and do you use them? So thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and a lot more videos coming your way. Thank you.